Hello, children of the Most High God, the Lord of the hosts of the angels of armies of heaven. This is Micah Murphy coming at you again, an apostle called by God and not man, commissioned unto the nations. Ezekiel chapter 2. And he said unto me, Son of man, stand upon thy feet. There's only one Son of Man in that context. Daniel, we find out it is the Messiah. However, the Messiah Jesus Christ has a body of a bunch of people that God sees as one new man. Stand upon thy feet, and I will speak unto thee. I've noticed sometimes, I'm just going to say this, when I'm standing and kind of walking, moving a little bit, standing, I don't know, sometimes I'm in a position to hear God better, it seems. You know, Paul said, let us stand lifting up holy hands without wrath or without doubting. I like to say it, maybe say it opposite. Stand, lift up holy hands. Hands that are set apart, that are not touching the unclean thing that God has said, that are doing the will of God. Lift them up. It's a sign of the spirit of victory. Without doubting, knowing that God is seeing you and that the angels are seeing you. This is a sign in the spirit. And when we're standing and we're lifting up hands, holy hands, not unholy hands, not by our righteousness, by His righteousness, and as we obey Him. And you hear, without doubting, knowing that you're signaling to God, to the spiritual realm, and you know that God sees you. And without wrath, you're not angered. You've given everything into the hand of God. You're not trying to take vengeance into your own hands against these people or these spirits. You're just giving it to God. You're not mad at yourself and the world and God. Okay. And the Spirit entered into me when He spake unto me, and set me upon my feet, that I heard Him that spake unto me. And He said unto me, Son of man, I send thee to the children of Israel, to a rebellious nation that hath rebelled against me. They and their fathers have transgressed against me, even unto this very day. For they are impudent children and stiff-hearted. I do send thee unto them, and thou shalt say unto them, Thus saith the Lord God. And they, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, for they are a rebellious house, yet shall know that there hath been a prophet among them. And thou, Son of man, be not afraid of them, neither be afraid of their words. Though briars and thorns be with thee, and thou dost dwell among scorpions, be not afraid of their words, nor be dismayed, confused at their looks, throwed off at their looks. Don't be dismayed, throwed off, confused at their looks, though they be a rebellious house. And thou shalt speak my words unto them, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, for they are most rebellious. But thou, Son of man, hear what I say unto thee. Be not thou rebellious like that rebellious house, Open thy mouth and eat that I give thee. And when I looked, behold, an hand was sent unto me, and lo, a roll of a book was therein. And he spread it before me, and in it was written within and without, and there was written therein lamentations and mourning and woe. Don't be rebellious. Don't be stiff-hearted. Speak what you believe God is saying. This is a prophecy to Jesus Christ, the Son of Man. And his physical life was a type of what his spiritual body would go through after he left. As we are the new man. In him, the new man. Just do what God tells you to do. Open your mouth when he says to open your mouth. Today, if you didn't know it, Johnny Depp and Amber Heard had their trial. The Lord showed me a while back that this was a very important thing to keep my eye on. Not like every day I was searching it to hear every word, but to keep my eye on it because it was a prophetic signal in the earth of what was happening and changing. And justice is what happened today. And it has nothing to do with if you're a Johnny Depp fan or an Amber Heard fan, or if you're neither a fan of them, or if you're a fan of both of them. It has to do with justice. And God had to pump the brakes on this spirit that's trying to kill the male. Johnny Depp, I think he would probably say the male species. But Amber Heard, the spirit behind it, if you hate any of these people, you're not in the right spirit. You're in error. So you need to deal with your heart if you're a Christian and you hate one of them. But she was being used by a spirit like many women have with the Me Too movement. And I know that women have been abused throughout the centuries horribly, and it's sad. But men have also been abused, especially in this day. And abuse comes in many different forms. Sometimes verbal abuse hurts worse than physical abuse. Because it also lasts longer. When you say a word, it's said. Justice was served today. Johnny Depp basically won the trial. He did. I mean, Amber Heard was awarded a little bit of money for damages and things that had to be paid. And I think I didn't study because I just heard it and I got home and did this video. And I think there was some memes out there on social media that Johnny may have helped put out, and so she received a little bit of money for those damages. But it was made very clear that what she did was done out of malice, that it was lies, that it was a setup, and that Johnny Depp did not do what she said he did to her, and that she purposefully tried to defame him and to take away his dignity before the entire nation and maybe the world, before his family, before his fans, before all of us. And you might say, well, that doesn't matter. Well, there's mountains within the earth, and all of them are important, but there's 3 of them that are really huge because of their influence over people, of really no matter where their age or their background or their culture is. And that's business, government, and Hollywood or arts and entertainment. And really, to be honest with you, the arts and entertainment mountain is probably the most influential when it comes to the soul and the mind of people. And so this was something that God told me to look at. And when I heard the verdict, I knew that justice was served. Before I even heard the verdict or saw it, and I was at a meeting at work earlier, I sensed something changing. Justice was beginning to come to me in a form because a couple people were actually lying. I watched them lie straight in my presence about me to the manager. And I think I said, it's not what you think. That's not. And then I just put on a smile, and then I knew that God was my defender. He's defended me before in cases like that. And the head manager was actually after she said all this stuff and did this stuff, and I was just like, God's going to take care of me. Brought me to the back alone and basically told me, you need to be a manager here. You need to do it. She basically was like, I understand. And it's the favor of God. It's the favor of God, and combined with where He's taught me to work before, and the experiences that I've gotten, and the intuition that He's given me, and the gift of discernment. So I could tell what was going on, for the most part at least. So that was personal justice served to me. And then I saw justice, and it's really a sign about justice. Because if we don't, a lot of what happens with God and between us and our adversary, it's a legal term. The devil's it's kind of like he's in a courtroom. I know many have heard this analogy, but he's trying to legally condemn you. So, but your defense is Jesus Christ. And He's never lost a case. And I know that's kind of chummy. You've heard that probably before. I remember Carmen's old song. But it's real. It really is. It's a good way to see it. Paul even, I think, pointed it out kind of that way one time, I think. But it's a good way to see it because some of the words that are used for the devil are legal terms. He's a legalist. And he wants to, like, condemnation is a legal term. And so justice was served today. And it's a signal to the earth. It's a signal, and I'm not a sexist at all. It's a signal, though, that in the society we live in, that a woman can't just come and say any man she wants touched her, did this, boom, and he's defamed, possibly goes into jail, loses his livelihood and everything, because that was what was starting to happen. It did happen at times. It's not a man or a woman. It's about the facts, and God. I think God in courtrooms like that where there's juries, I believe God is. I believe He's there. He's moving. And has there been times when justice wasn't served? Yes, but God will take care of that at His time. His time. Maybe it's in a different time, but His way. But it was a good signal. It was a very good signal in the earth. That's it. I guess I'm going to make this announcement. Pretty soon, I'm going to be advertising on the Elijah list. Now, I've been in contact with their marketing manager, I guess you could call him, and for a while. And I've got www.thesonsofgod.net. One word, lowercase, is my website, our website, the New Structure Ministries International and the Chief Cornerstone Church. And when I look at the package and the details of how many people each advertisement will reach, even though there's hundreds of thousands of people that are part of the email list, only a certain percentage actually usually click on it, and it's an average daily. And that's between 18 and 23,000 people a day will click on this. So God's That's what he's doing. And if you would like to sow, that's always a good thing. If you want to sow, especially now, to help with the launching of that, as God's going to move us further out into the earth, then please do so. Go to our website. Up in the corner left, there's a bar. You hit it, and there's at least 10 pages. One of them says different ways to give. If you prefer to send a check, just email me. You'll find somewhere where it says email on one of the pages. And subscribe to the free Heaven's Free newsletter. No cost, no spam. Check your junk folder, though, if you do it, to make sure you're getting it. And where I release emails a few times, usually throughout throughout the week, and they don't go to anyone else. It's just I'm the only one who sees them. So, your email address. I also have my book I wrote, and then I'm just started working on my second one. So it's a good time to sow some seed, and I thank all of y'all who the Lord has used to keep me going and us going, as I've had to build the website by myself with no previous knowledge of how to do it. Thankfully, a company, didn't do it for me, but they had it set up. But it was still a learning curve, and to write the book, and I had to learn how to have the things ready. If you wanted to buy it, it's an ebook, goes straight to your email. So anyway, with all that being said, y'all have a wonderful day. I can feel the shifting already in the spirit into the month that Pentecost took place in, and good stuff. Don't quit. Live the dream. Follow God. And stay aligned with the proper people. I love y'all.